ケンケンのゲーム部屋さん、ゲーム概要、史上最も著名な探偵になろう、シャーロック、ホームズだ。探偵としての優れた才能を駆使し、6つのスリルある変化に富んだ事件を解決しよう。殺人、失踪、驚くような盗難事件、そして時に奇妙な世界に迷い込ませるような数々の捜査。自分の良心に従うか、それとも法律を適用するか。
どうでかいかな。
プニッシュメンツの自由度の高いアクションで自分がふさわしいと思う方法で捜査を進められる。
よっしゃ、やっていきましょう。新規。はい。何語？ウクライナの天国の100を記念して。うるさいかな？よし、第1回です。シャーロック・ホームズ、クライムス&パニッシュメントだね。続ける。おう。何動かす。剥がす。隠れる。結構うるさいから。隠れる。
Stop, Holmes. Is that you, Watson? Yes, of course it is.
ワトソンを操ってたのね。
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases. Blindfolded? Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
自信に満ちた歩調。異常の音。警察官。9段目を避ける。レストレイド経路。
Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. Gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter.
ブラックピーターっていう人が死んだ。
What happened here?
船乗り。
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Medi men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
X を押して事件簿を開くと現時点の捜査の進展状況を確認することができる。課題、証拠などなど。あ、そういうことか。ピーター・キャリー殺人事件を捜査する。木こりのリーの犯罪現場を調べる。着ていく服を選び、木こりのリーでレストレイドと合流する。ブラックピーターの運命。レストレイド警部がベーカー街を訪れた。ブラックピーターという名の元船長が関係している怪奇的事件をホームズに語った。何？ああ。今、ベーカー街？証拠。被害者の経歴。ピーター・ケアリーはブラックピーターとしても知られていた。1845年生まれだということで、男は50歳だと言える。スカンジナビア、何？あ、これか。での捕鯨業で大成功を収めた1884年に引退して木こりのリーに越してきた。よし。調べる。顕微鏡。なんか難しいな、そうそう。なんでこの人見てたの？なんであの人が映ってる？ワトソン。
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
あ、お掃除よろしくお願いします。大変だね、ワトソン。なんかないのかな？走るとかないの？なんだ？調べる。分析用の机。
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
何？なんか使うのか。あ、掃除。
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
すいません。走るとかないのかな？
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. This is where I keep my post.
手紙。
This is where I keep my post.
なんだ？
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
おう。ホームズの部屋。化粧台。使う。あ、何？服変えんの？いや、なんか最初の方がいいかな。メガネ。あ、これ、なんか変装するのかな？いや、今回選択した変装道具もしくは服装のいくつかは現在利用することができません。基準値に戻ります。この事件を解決してより多くの変装衣類を解除してください。なるほど。今後なんか使うんだね。洋服ダンス。普段着。黒い上着。茶色い上着。緑色の上着。灰色の上着。薄手の上着。農夫の服装。まあ、まだ無理ってことね。 よし、行こう。かかった。走りたいのに走れないんだよね。お、ワトソンの部屋。ん？ああ、別に街中を歩けるわけじゃないのか。事件簿を開く。ああ。さっき読んだやつね。続ける。あ、ついたのかな？ついた。はい。
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
はいはい。お、なにこなんか RB が出てきた。何？石の小道の周辺。なんか足跡があるんだね。まあいいか、話を聞きに行きましょう。こっちでいいんですか？
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? それだけ？
It
調べる。
seems that the garden was well maintained.
庭の手入れが行き届いている。
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to
奥
introduce
さん
you
だね。
to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
あ、もう聞き込みか。あの晩何か変わっていたこと。
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream.
午前2時。
I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
お酒を飲んでいたんじゃないかと。殺人事件の前夜。
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
死体を見つけたとき。
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning,
朝
at
7
around
時。
7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
思い切って覗いた。なんで思い切ったんでしょうね。訪問者はあったのか。
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
庭師がい
The
るのか。
garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
こう終わり？何これ？え何これ？なんかおかしなとこがあるの？何？あ、これ何？カメオ。何これ？お、なんか、カトリックのロザリオ。あとはなんかある。なんだろう。冠から。ここか。この話？手袋。園芸用手袋。これは なになにこれはどうすればいいんだちょっと待って。なんだ鳥小屋か。これで終わりか。これで終わりなんだ。すべてが楽になる。
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Never mind.
もういい。何今何なのちょっと待って。
You have indeed
Yes.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
何これ。プリマスはどうやって知ったのか。これなんかもう、逮捕するか、そういうこと？ピーターとの不幸な結婚で、ジューディス・ケアリーは不快な生活を送っている。彼女は非常に信仰深いローマカトリック教徒で、若い頃にサンティアゴでコンポステーラの巡礼路を歩いたこともある。手入れの行き届いた庭や畑の手入れが行き届いている。有能な庭師が働いているのだろう。ピーター・ケアリーは、これ見たやつか。はいはい。これは何ですか？はい。間違えた。違うんだな。正しい答えを
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless,
Yes.
he was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes.
なんか気になる
How do you
点
know
が
about that?
あるの？
Never mind.
なんか、
Thank you, madam.
3つ選んだらどうなんだろう。他の選んでみようかな。
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
巡礼。
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
それでいいの？終わりか。で、ふっちゃんはどこにいんだ？いた。あれか？走りたいけど。何？はい。
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
ここが事件現場。はい。
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
閉めておいた。
Good thinking.
Hello.
あれ
What
お
is it,
や
Lestrade?
It seems to
Aiteru?
me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
あら、
Let me see.
誰かが入った形跡があると。扉の量、引っかき傷、調
These
べ。
scratches are fresh.
まだ新しい。
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
適した道具がなかった。で、この家のどこかにあるもので開けたみたいなのかな。開ける。おー、そのままなんだね。
What a terrible way
な
to
んて
die.
恐ろしい死に方だ。ちょっとストップ。ストップ。はい。再開します。調べる。机。
Someone drank from this glass recently.
汚れたからグラス。お酒かな
Rum.
ラム酒。
Sailor's drink.
船
It
乗り
seemed
が
that
好む
Captain Carey
酒。
was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
タバコ ?PG。あ ?G? E か ?E か。
The initials PC have
C
been
か
crudely
C か。
burned. A sailor's work.
開けれる。あ、開けれる。
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in
それ
one
ぞれを
picture.
関連付け一つの絵にしてみましょう。どういうことどういうことよ。一つの絵ああ。ああ、これ動かせんのか。おあ、これしか動かないんだ。どういうことだこれ。引きずる。なんだこれは。よくわからんね。ちょっと待って。なんかやった方がいいのかな。 これしか動かないんだよね。どういうこと？こいつも動かせないんだよな。なんだろう。なんかどっからか見ると違うのかな。飛ばすってなんだ。飛ばすってなんだ。おー、いいえ。お、なんかある。ここかな。で、これを。一回戻ってみようか。よくわからん。死んだピーター・ケアリ。
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
すごいね。森。
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
顔。
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
服。
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew.
殺人者を知っていた可能性がある。やっぱ知り合いだということですね。血の海。結構出てんだね。手帳。
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
そんなもんか？なんもないよね。で、開かない。開かないからね。ナイフ。木の取っ手。は。
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
ナイフで防御しようとしたと。こんなもんですかね。血の海。お、血がついてる。
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
なるほどね。青くはならない。調べたってならない。これ開けられんのかな？あ、開けるってなってる。調べる。何の番号だろうね。 あ、証拠を手に入れた。
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
木の箱。
Peter Carey's boots.
サイズは
To be a
8。
size 8.
ピーター・キャリーはサイズ8。航海
Old
の
navigation
道具。
instruments. Nothing interesting.
特にないと。お、ここ
The
の。
murder weapon was probably taken from this rack.
航海日。
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. The ship's logs of
なるほど。棚。マッコウクジラの
tooth
歯。
of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
こんなもんか？はいってなんだ？やばい。おー、なに？ちょっと待って。まだ何の推理も行っていません。はいはい。ちょっと待って。まだ証拠がね。チーズ。
Hammerfest.
ハンメルフェスト。
Dundee. It's a whaling map.
捕鯨か。捕鯨船か。こんなもんですか？こんなもんだよね。これが何なのかはよくわからん。
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
やっぱ動かせるのはこの2つだけなんだよね。角度で見えるあれが違うんだろうな。一番右にしたらこの辺？この辺？ほうほうほう。もうちょい右って感じか？こんぐらい？もうちょい右か。こいつを合わせると、こうか。この辺。これで合ってんのかな？お、来た。
Yes.
来た。
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
おう。なんとか成功。あとはない。ないよね。はい。
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Y。庭師はいない。 選ぶってなんだ。庭師はいない。ジューディス・ケアリーは彼女の夫が自分で庭の手入れをしていたと話した。それはありそうにない話だ。何か隠しているのかもしれない。何？課題、待ち伏せを計画する。今晩誰かが再度押し寄ると戻ってくるかを確かめるため待ち伏せを計画しておく必要がある。ほう。
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
なるほど。待ち伏せして入ってくる可能性があると。ここでよし、じゃあ待ち伏せしてみますか。おう、進んだね。
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
どこで待ち伏せをするかだね。どうすればいいんだ？こっちでいいのかな？
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
小屋の裏。こっちかな？違う？違う。あ、走れた。走れた。ここかな？
This looks like the perfect hiding place. 推理空間。アイコンは手がかりにいくつか重要な推論。ないか。誰か来る？お。
Did you hear that?
男？
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
はいはいはいはい。捕まえる。
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
John
I'm tired of
Hopley?
this. Off we go
Memo.
to the yard.
メモの
Tomorrow,
メ
I'll
モ
see
かな
that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
事件簿。はい。お、着いた。ネリガンの所持品を調べる。
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
はいはい、こう。お、こっち？
Mr. Holmes?
あ、違う、こっちじゃない。こっちでもない。開ける。これは保管庫？お、しまった。何もない。ああ、これか。所持品。
These are the suspect's belongings.
あ、やっぱり。これで開けたんだ
Pocket
ね。
knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
頭文字ではなさそう。頭文字？うん、ハンカチ。
A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
指輪。
And partner.
パートナーへ。
1883.
1883点。
From R. Dawson.
R. Dawson。
To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive.
僕の
holds
書
the
庫に
answer.
答えがあるかも。僕の書庫。書庫。あ、間違えた。書庫。書庫で検索する。こんなもんか。ここは？ここなんだろう。おお。こんなとこ入れんだね。何もない。なんだ？ああ。何もないのかい。
Locked.
Locked. ああ、彼がいたね。こっちは開かないよね。
Mr. Holmes?
手帳。
Does this notebook belong to you?
yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
ナイフ。
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
前から僕のものです。指輪の彫刻。
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
なるほど。何？帽子。みすぼらしい帽子。当て布。高価な布。ボタン？精巧なボタン？短い袖。自分のじゃないのか。毛が、タコ。はいはい。傷跡。どっかに乗せてる？あった。細い首。人物像か。ああ、もういいです。
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please let me go. I'm innocent.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
これはなるほどね。書庫。自分のとこ戻るといいのかな。書庫。もう推理できるってこと？なんか光ってた？気のせいか。書庫。書庫ってここ？あ、これだ。
That is not the one
こ
I
れじゃな
need.
い。
That is not the one I need.
こっちか。
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
ああ、そういうことか。歴史。この中になんかあるの？ R 動作。全部してったらいいのか。
That is not the one I need.
今、違うか。コカイン。
That is not the one I need.
R 動作。R 動作。
That is not. That is not the one I need.
知らない。
That is not the one I need.
R 動作
That is not the one I need.
One I need.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
え難しい。何これ。全部やってみようか。
That is not the one I need. That is not. That is not the one.
違うのないんだ。あるってことか。これやった。全部やってるね。
That is not the one I need.
どういうことだ。あ、こっちにもあんのか。新聞。ドーソン。あった。ドーソン&ネリガン。投資会社が破綻。ネリガンは失踪。ドーソン&ネリガン。投資会社コーンウェル州に拠点を置く地方銀行は多額の貸し倒れ損失が原因で破産宣告を受けて倒産した。英国で23番目に大きな銀行で、歴史上2番目に最大の負債額による経営破綻になる。会社の破綻は多くのコーンウェル系に破滅を引き起こした。銀行家の一人であるジョシュア・ネリガンは不可解な失踪を遂げた。最後に彼を見たのはノルウェー出発に備えて準備をするためにヨットに乗り込んでいるところだった。ネリガンは現在警察と債権者から捜索されている。
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
確かめる。びっくりした。
This is where I keep my post. My archive. I can always
よし、次か。これ何？で、スコットランドヤード。これでもう一回聞きに行く。あれ？人変わってる？気のせいかな。
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Dawson and Nelligan.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
本当は？彫刻。
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. it is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
おう、合ってた。
Interesting.
すごいね。
Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
ジョシュアとピーターは同じ船に乗ってたということになる？どうすればいいんだ？
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
誰かいる？誰かいるね。
Locked.
閉まっている。こっちは何もないもんね。なんもないかな。
These are the suspect's belongings.
調べたもんね。
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
確かにこの意味が分かってないのか。ちょっと事件現場を見に行くしかないか。うん。シュ。ここ入れんの？入れない。ピーターは喫煙者だったか。
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
うん、長い間吸ってません。なるほどね。プラス1。事件現場を見た方がいいかな。これはなんかあるのかな？何もない。調べる。マップをくじる。うん。
1883. That's the one I need.
お、これだぞ。
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
おお。文字を調べる。
Log notes. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
宣言名簿。ピーター・キャリー。ほうほうほう。
Log notes for June. Nothing unusual.
変わったところは
Log
ない。
notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn
本当だ。
away.
ないね。
Canadian Pacific Railway.
お、有価証券の切れ
A
端。
torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are three
CPR.
ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first two of these will require speaking with a dead man.
C ユニコーンで何かがあっ
Be to
た。
locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this
船乗
whale
りを
hunt
探すこ
campaign.
とか。船乗りね。見つけ出す。 なのり。奥さんは知ってないかな。奥さん。
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
ということは、なんか記事になってんのかな。新聞とかあんのかな。
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
専門家を呼ぶ。
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
窓の下
Watson, I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
一番の花の持ち主。Wiggins!
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to
そん
trouble
な
you,
簡
Mr.
単なん
Holmes,
だ
but
ね。
the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
あ、誰かを捕まえたのか。んこっちでいいのか。
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
ライアム。
The constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
よし。証拠。ハートレイ。ハートレイの所持品。
These are the suspect's belongings.
あれブーツ。
Liam Hurtley's old boots.
ああ、ちょっとでかいんだね。はいはいはい。
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the
君はまだ新しい。適した化学薬品。ほうほ
a
う。
pen.
万年筆。
Nothing unusual about it.
ふんふんふん。 あれいない。あ、いた。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Hmm. 傷跡。古い傷跡。なんだ？お、冠柄。庭師とか？違うかな。植物の死骸。てか。庭師、やっぱ庭師だ。
That's all for now.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not saying another word.
そしたら、とりあえず、お家戻って。これ確か、これ何かできる？お。
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
ね、ちょっと待って。もう一回。
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used.
使う。
Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
オレンジの後。ちょっと待って、もう一回。早いな。
All 7 reagents. Second condition.
オレンジの色は
reagent should be the third
青から数えて3つ。
after the blue reagent.
青、
Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
青、青、緑、青、青、緑、オレンジ、オレンジ、透明。青。青。ちょっと待って。
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
3つ目がオレンジだから、緑がわかんないね。
First condition. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
緑か青なのか。いや、また緑入れて、使う。使う。
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
失敗。ああ、もう一回。
First condition. All seven. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added.
でも最初は青。青。で、オレンジ。
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
7つ使うんだろうね。
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
なんだ、緑から入れるのかな。これ入れてみようか。3番目。これダメなんだろうな。ああ、いける。いけるんだ。で、青かな。
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
で、今のは合ってるってことなのかな。緑。で、青でしょ。オレンジ。で、透明。で、オレンジ。で、透明。で、青。
No, something isn't right.
違う
I need to
の
start the reaction from the beginning again.
どういうこと？もう一回聞いてみよう。
First condition. All 7 reagent. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
どうすればいいんだ？青。 ちょっと待って。元に戻す。もう一回緑からやって、青ってやればいいのかな。あ、違う。青ができないか。あれできるのか。で、オレンジ。
No, something isn't right.
あ、ダメなんだ。青はダメなんだ。最初は青なのかな。青。緑。3番目。あれこれさっきやったかな。
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
最後まで行ったやつで次このか。で、青。あれ青緑だったかな。
Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence
3番目に
after
加え
the
る。
blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
緑青。じゃあ青緑って言った？じゃあ緑青って言ったよね。さっきこれ青入れてダメだったんだっけ？これでダメなんだっけ？
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
もう一回確認。
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used.
7
Second
つ使うと。
condition.
オレン
Orange
ジの主
reagent
役は
should
青
be the
色の
third one
青
in
色
the
数数えて
sequence
3番目に
after
加
the
える。
blue reagent.
3番目。
Third condition.
オレンジ
Colorless
の主役の
reagent
後
should
に
be
加えな
added
く
after
て
the
はいけない。
orange reagent.
もう一回。緑。入れた。で、オレンジ。これでしょ？オレンジかな？で、最後は青。どうだ？
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
どういうこと？
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
青が最初ってことか？青、緑、青。で、オレンジ。これだろう。さあどう？これで決まってくれ。お、来た。
Now I can proceed further.
おー、やっと。なかった。
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
使う。はいはいはい。
I did as you asked and hid them
あなたに頼まれたように、あれは厳重、面白い。ハートレスはこれを見たら。ハートレイか。ハートレスじゃない。キングダムハーツ。こんなもんかね。だが、もう一度考え直してほしい。つもりはない。誓っていよう。それに、僕たちの誓いを覚えているかい？僕は何も恥ずべきことをしていない。あなたに、僕は。庭師かな？これは。奥さんのことが好きだった？よっしゃい。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
何を隠したのか。
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
手紙です。
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one. But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now.
奥さんか。奥さんがなんか知ってるかもね、庭師のことを。
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
怪しいな。
Thank you, madam.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
なんで知らないんだろう。これは一回戻った方がいいのかな？
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I've...
This is where I keep my archive. I can always...
これは何も関係ないのかな。正代は関係ないもんな。
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
あとはどこに行けばいいかな。もう一回こっち行ってみるか。船乗りはどうなったんだろうな。
These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected.
CP。これだ。CPR。8532-3711-256。
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
つまり、知ってるな？何か。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
何か手がかり。有価証券？
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belong to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
有価証券とか。あとはないよね。そうか。あとは、どこに行けば、とりあえず、木こりのリーへ。あ、そうや、靴のサイズがあったか。なんかあそこ足跡があったな。あれなんか足跡なかったっけ？あ、これだ、これ。これ足跡よ。あ、これ。あ、
These boots don't...
一致しない。
These boots match the footprints exactly.
ああ。これ庭師のハートレイの足跡だってことだな。なるほど。あとなんか手がかりはないかな。 こはなんかまだ緑になってないのが気になるんだよな。怪しげな空間。ここに何かあったのかね。埃の中。
This
お
place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An
なんだろう。
object was taken from here. It was larger than a book, a box or a small chest,
ほう
perhaps.
ほう。なんか箱があったんじゃないかと。すごいな。奥さんにちょっと聞いてみますか。なんか知ってるかな。
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
それを言
Thank
う
you,
って
madam.
こと。
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
もうなんかおかしい。どこかにある？ここにあったのは分かった。ということは、やっぱりハートレイが一番怪しいか。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
またまた嘘ついて。
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
あ、間違えた。こっちじゃない。あとなんかあった？
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
タバコ？あ、違うのか。あ、庭師？間違えた。庭師ってことか。
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
庭師。
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
お、入った
That's
ね。
all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads. But now I know one
園
thing for
芸
certain.
道具置
I
き場を
must
調べる。
examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
木こりのリー。どっち？ここ？これではないのか。これ調べるの？こっちじゃないのか。 あ、ここだ。
Locked.
locked。
Locked.
奥さん。開けてください。
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
何が隠されてる？なんもないな。あれ？おかしいな。ちょっともう一回。
Who could do such a thing?
なんかあるのか。
Poor husband.
それでもない。ない。これもない。上？何もないね。来ないね。合ってない板。これか。開ける。あったー。開ける。
Let us see what is in this box.
何？そういうの？こう？そんな動く。こうか？開いた。開いた。手紙。
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the
ケアリー
Carey
の顔。
family monogram. Hertley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship.
やはりそうか。
That is interesting.
親愛なるライアン。あなたと知り合ってからあなたは私に本当によくしてくださっています。この気持ちは到底言葉では表現できません。でもきっと罪深い感情なのでしょうね。それに何もいい結果は生まないわ。何か悪いことが起きそうで怖いのです。私、神に反していると思います。あなたの気遣いには感謝しています。でも私は神により結ばれた男を去ることはできません。私は夫という十字架をこれからも背負い、続けていかなくてはいけないのです。彼は私の人生を生き地獄にします。でも時間が経てば、あざは薄くなりますから、どうか私のことは心配しないでください。 あなたに頼まれたようにあれはあれね。そんなことがあったんですね。
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
What are you talking about?
はい。手紙です。あれ？こっちじゃないのか。失礼しました。
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
What are you talking about?
何のことでしょう。情熱的な文通。
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam.
よし。ハートレイ。
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done.
どうしたらいいんだ？こっち？こっちか。
What should we do next, Holmes?
ですね。あれはいないの？まだ来ないんだ。こっちじゃないのかな？こっちでなんかするのかな？それとももう推理する感じ？泣いてる。
Leave me alone, please.
あとは自分で推理しろってことかな。あと何も調べることはないよな。なんか証拠品になんかあるのかな？証拠品なんかあるかな？
These are the suspect's belongings. These are the suspect's belongings. A pen.
動かすだった？
These are the suspect's belongings.
あ、違うか。あ、いたいたいたいた。
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
この後自分で推理しろってことなのかな。自分で推理しろってことか。
What am I doing here? I've done.
推理。なんかプラスするとなんかあんの？お、なんかある。害のない誘惑。ピーター・キアリの妻を誘惑し、また彼女に恋をしていた。だが彼らの関係は無害なことが書かれた手紙上だけのものだった。あとは、ピーター・キアリはタバコを吸わない。これなんかやるんだな。違うな。ネリガンの手帳と違うね。あ、これ消えてくんだ、こうやって。おお、ないない。手帳の回収。被害者の血の海に落ちていた手帳を取り戻そうと、誰かが押し入ろうとした。押し入りをこのいた人物が犯人だと言える。そうだけど、そうすると、
What am I doing here? I've done nothing.
I'm not saying another.
Mr. Holmes?
あとは、ちょっと。これはこれなの？ほう。ネリガンはブラックピーターの小屋の中で父親の本を探して、これが説明になる。ネリガンはブラックピーターの小屋で、確かに。確かにね。
What am I doing here?
やっぱ推理するってこと？迅速な行動。違う。壁に に、おー、なんか新しいのが出てきた。はい。これか。課題、実験が必要。未熟で訓練されていない男が、あれで。上手に投げることができるか確かめる必要がある。実験？どこで実験？ワトソンくん。来ました。ワトソンの役目が来ましたよ。
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before, on the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
突き刺してみたい。
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
よし、行こう。ホワイトチャペルの肉屋。ああ、そこそうね。よいしょー。どっちだ？こっちか。
That should do it. Now I am.
よし、行こう。ホワイトチャペルの肉屋。何をする？ワトソンだった。
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise, yet.
運動の熟練者。
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
的を狙った方がいいだろうね。
The harpoon has struck the body.
十分な強度がないため貫通はしている。ほうほうほう。もう一回。どう？おー、ついた。どう？
This is the best possible result that I
最
could
高の
get.
結果。
Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
begins.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well
Let's
done,
get that.
Wiggins. Let me see.
1週間前に死亡。何これ選ぶの？
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors. This is interesting.
他
Let
の
us review the
あ
other
あ、
sailors
森
now.
内か。森
This
内だ
man。is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same
PC.
initials that were
Oh.
found on the tobacco pouch.
PC だ。
Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
しばらくして。
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small
Wiggins
furnished
すごい
dump
な。
of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
2
Thank you,
guineas。
sir.
2 guineasっていくらだ？相当な仕事だと思うけどな。2ギニーって、2ギニーっていくらだ？で、どうすればいいんだ？ワトソン？ワトソンじゃない。あー、警察かな？警察のとこかな。ああ、人がまた変わってる。
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
こっちじゃない。あ、いた。
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes?
あ
Do you
な
have
たじゃ
any
ない。
idea who the murderer is yet?
なんだ、まだか。手伝ってくれるのかと思った。
I'm not saying.
What am I doing here? I've
これ
done
ここじ
nothing
ゃないの？
wrong.
ここじゃないの？木こりの類。奥さん。まあ、泣いてるね。
Leave me alone, please.
おー、嘘だろ。ここじゃないの？あ、推理しろってことか。
The weapon for
確かにね。もう終わってるもんな。緑になってるから。ということは推理しろってことか。必要な力と、パトリック・キャンズ。違う。間違えたな。でもない。でもない。よしはいない。違う。壁に張り付いてる。タコスはない。違う。おお、なんか出た、新しいの。 森を投げて男の胸を貫通し、壁まで突き出すには並外れた腕力が必要になる。熟練度を要する。男が2人で協力して行った場合も同じような結果が達成できるかもしれない。運が良かった森投げ。未熟で訓練していない男が森でピーター・ケアリーの体を貫通して壁に突き刺したということはありえない。ありえない。ありえない。確認する。あとなんかすること？庭師はいない。新しいの来た。正体不明の人物。ライアム・ハートレイのブーツがこのような足跡と一致した。これによってこの男があの場所にいたことは確かに。おお、なんかつながる。ハートレイの無実。ハートレイのジューディス・ケアリーへの愛情と庭師として働いていたという事実が彼が殺人が起きた場に距離に行ったという説明になる。はい。そうね。なるけども。なるけど、これじゃない。これじゃない。これでもない。これか。高価な有価証券は盗まれた武器の缶の中に保管されていた。お、繋がった。ネリガンの動機。ジョン・ネリガンは有価証券を盗んでいるところを見られたのかもしれない。これがピーター・ケアリー殺害の動機かもしれない。ネリガンの無実。ジョン・ネリガンは境遇の犠牲者。彼は殺人者の身体的または精神的な特徴とも一致しない。これの可能性があるよな、上。お、なんだこの赤い。おー、なんだ。間違ったよ、そんな。ネリガンが犯人。ジョン・ホプリー・ネリガンがピーター・ケアリーを殺害した。ネリガンの不正行為と殺人現場の事実から証明できる。おー。もう出たからやってみようか。ネリガンに有罪の判決を下す。これ、なんでホームズが決めるの？ちょっと待ってくれ。何これ？でもネリガンが犯人っていうことになる？ちょっと一回。ネリガンが犯人？この人は何もついたけども何も話してくんないのかな？
I'm not saying another.
What am I doing here? I've done
そっ
nothing.
か。タバコを吸わない。でもまだ新しいのがある。パトリック・キャンズを確かめる。もしタバコ入れがパトリック・キャンズものだとすると、彼は犯行現場にいたことになる。それでも確認が必要だ。確かに。そうだね。その確認をした方がいいかもね。船乗りに変装しましょう。 た変装。あれ、ワトソン戻ってきてる。
What should we do next, Holmes?
さあ、着替えますか。船乗り。船乗り。船乗り。山賊、農夫、ガウン。あ、来た。これだね。船乗りの服装。まあ。これ必要？メガネいらないか。ヒゲいるかな？まあいいか。
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
よし。これで行ってみますか。うわこれっぽい。違う。でもマスターか普通は。マスターじゃない。これかパトリック・ケアンズ。
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
何？腕相撲やんの？何これ？押し続ける。押して続けるか。表情を読みながら彼の動き、倒す、持ちこたえる、不動状態。やってみましょう。持ちこたえる。持ちこたえる。待って。まずい。負け。これ、どうすりゃいいの？だいぶ戻ってきたけど。うわ負けた。負けた。難しい。
That's the arm that killed 100 whales. Care to lose another 10 shillings?
続けよ
う。I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
持久力なくならないようにしましょうと。はい。 あ、いい。いいよ。まずいまずいまずいまずい。いけるかいけるかいけるか。わかりにくいね。なんだこれ。あー、やばい。よしよしよしよしよしよしよしよしよしよし。マジか。危ない。難しい。はいはいはい、いけいけいけいけ。うわ、難しい。まずい。これ勝たないといけないのかな。続けよう。もう一回。勝ちたいけどな。最初は肝心だよね。よしよしよし、いけいけいけいけ。よしよしよしよしよしよしよしよし。来た。やったー。ちょっとやり方が分かったね。もういいよ。
I've had enough. You're too strong.
Come back later when you can use your arms again.
これ勝たないといけないのかな。 OK。
I'm ready to...
よしよしよしよし、いけいけいけいけ。いけいけいけいけいけいけ。 まずい。いけいけいけ。よし。
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
よ
I'd like
し
to。buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
無職。
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner.
Moriuchi.
Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter?
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me,
酒をもう一
and
杯。
let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I don't know. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland Lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
うん、人殺し。人殺しだったんだ
Be
ね。
surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
金の耳飾り。黄色い爪。お。タトゥーだね。あとなんかあるのかな。え？なんかある？これか。服。安手の服か。ん？あ、強い腕。
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
ケアンズのポケットにタバコを入れる。
Here it is. Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
引き上げる時間だ。おお。怖い。タバコ入れ有罪を証明する。キャンドルタバコ入れは自分のものと確認した。ということは彼は犯行現場にいたことになり殺人を犯したことが証明される。確かに、まだわからないね。確かにまだわからない。ああ、間違えた。あとは、これライアム・ハートレイは絶望的に恋をしていた。彼の羞恥心が男を刺激して人に殺人に走らせたからもしれないと。お、つながった。何？ハートレイの動機。ハートレイのジューディス・ケアリーとの関係がピーター・ケアリー殺しの動機になった。ハートレイの無実。ハートレイのジューディス・ケアリーへの愛情と庭師として働く事実は彼が殺人が起きた場にいたという説明になる。こっちだろうな。これじゃないんだ。マジか。こっち？違う。これはこっちで合ってるのかな。これだと違う。こっちか。これが違うんだ。で、こっちにする？おー、来た。やっぱハートレイが犯人ってなってる？まあ、最初はこれかなーって思ったけど。これかなーって思うんだけどね。どうなんだろう。まあ、ここが、おうし。こんなもんか？ここからなんか伸びてない気がする。あ。ほうほう。ハートレイが犯人。という。難しいよな。はい。いえ、そういうわけではないですよ。 有罪判決を下す。まあ殺しちゃいけないからな。まあこれ有罪でしょうね、殺したから。こんなこと聞かれたやつも。ちょっともう一回聞きに行く？これなんか、こっちのこっちの可能性のがあるよな。タバコを吸ってたってことは言ってた可能性はあるんだよな。そうするとこれが違ってくるんだな。うん、確かに。探していただいてね。難しいですね。二人でやったって可能性もあるっちゃあるけど、二人の、確かにな。ずっとハートリーになっちゃうんだな。こっちにしたら、運が良かったっていうのもおかしいよな。やってみようか。はい。どうでしょう。間違ってる可能性もあるからな。わかんないな。
The case is solved. I am now ready to present the guilty party.
So tell me, who killed Black Peter?
It was Liam Hurtley.
That doesn't surprise me. I've never seen a guiltier-looking fellow.
He was in love with Judith Carey. It caused a conflict that proved fatal for her husband.
I see. Come on now, let us confront him.
これが間違えることもあるのかね。
Liam Hurtley, you are formally accused of the murder of Peter Carey. We are aware that you were in love with Carey's wife. He was a violent and irascible man. He needed to be eliminated. You had no qualms.
But that's absurd. I'm innocent.
Well, we caught you, lad.
The case is resolved, Inspector. I shall return to Baker Street.
Very well, Mr. Holmes. Goodbye for now.
これは解決したのかな。そして真実を明らかにするゲームをまあ、受け入れてみましょうか。ちょっとなんか気になるよな。 まあいいか。受け入れてみようか。これどうなるんだろう。よくわからん。あなたと同じ道徳的。個人性。正義を追い求める人。人格順位。こんなのが出るんだね。これで終わっちゃうんだ。
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
楽しそう。
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees?
蜂
That must
蜜
be
屋。
Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
誰か来た。
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
マイクロフト。
Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently
Ah.
threaten both our country
これは
and the
次の
crown
事件
itself.
に、次
You
の
must
章
help us with
に行ってるんだ
those
ね。
methods of yours.
ちょっと終わりたいんだけ
Need
ど。
help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your
Nisa.
people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That's the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band
Merry
of
Men.
idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
X。記念品記念品なの記念品か。あ、この視点にもできたんだ。戻ります。今日はこの辺で終わろうかな。また夜やれたらやります。ではありがとうございました。最後の保存点以降の記録を失う。はい。了解です。ではでは。